Hello, and welcome to Dark Souls, because I'm also playing Cuphead at the same time right now, and I feel like that's not making me look bad enough. So let's hop right into this and hope for the best. Pausing the video. Alright, I did my best to make the character look like my girlfriend just because I think it'd be funny for her to be running around killing everything, because she's not typically violent like that. Not quite like that.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire. And with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bullets peeled apart their stone slings. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath, the scales, betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side.
Well, I'd never watched that video all the way through, and
Yes, indeed.
it looks like that would have been really hard to
The
render,
dark
because
sign brands
I don't know when this
the
game came out,
undead.
quite a while ago, but that actually looks pretty good, and also doesn't really set the stage
And in this
necessarily
land-
for, like, who the heck am I? It just, like, threw a bunch of stuff out there.
The undead.
And I mean, I know
are
that this
proud
game is
and
kind of like
led
that,
to the
and then you
north.
can figure out what the story is by, you know, getting together 25,000 of your friends on Reddit
They are
and just
locked
going
away.
crazy for like 7 months.
Wait the
But,
end of the world.
Like, whatever. We're not gonna get into the lore here because I don't know about it, and it's gonna go way over my head.
This is your
Oh, yeah, so I forgot that my girlfriend would be made out of beef jerky for most of the game. So that's a bit upsetting. You know, just probably for the both of us. But, you know, things happen. Thank you, Fantasy Batman. Thank you for this gift. Maybe it's better that we never know. So, yes. This is completely unmodded in any way. Uh-oh. I messed up. And I can... I really hope this isn't setting the stage for things to come. Let's see. Okay, so it is set to 60... The hertz is set to 60, but I think the game is by default 30 frames per second. But also, I have been playing this kind of a lot lately, and it looks like this is 60 frames. Is this not 60 frames? I honestly can't tell the difference that much between 30 and 60. I mean, if you put them side by side, I can, but like playing this game, I haven't been able to tell. And if it isn't 30, it hasn't been causing me any like issues. I haven't been getting mad about it. I'm not really one of like, you know, frame rate elitists, I suppose. It's all good, and the game is fun either way. So hey, nothing to be too concerned about, I suppose. Anyways, yeah, so I've played through Dark Souls twice. Once as like a heavy swords person, and then once as a magician, just because I want to know like what the magic stuff was in this game, because I'd never seen it, which was pretty fun. I kind of like pyromancy because you can get some decent pyromancies without investing like your entire life into it. Kind of like you have to if you want to do magic. It's like, okay, everything's about magic. But I really like the melee combat in this game, so I kind of like being just like a swordsman of some kind. And then, but then pyromancy kind of is like, oh, plus you can also do fun magic, because the magic is pretty cool. Also, I've only ever played through just regular New Game, and then I've never done like New Game Plus or anything. So I would really enjoy doing like a New Game through +7, and kind of like continuing with the same character, well, I guess obviously, and then like changing up my play style every time, like do pyromancies and melee weapons this time, and then do like magic on NG +1, and then do really high dex build and like try to parry everything or something on run 3, you know, kind of just change things up, use different armors and stuff like that. But I don't know, that would take forever. If anybody's watching this and you'd be interested in seeing sort of like a newcomer try to get through NG +7, go ahead and leave a comment. If not, I think it'd be fun to play through NG +1 and then off camera get to NG +7 and just like go through that on video as well. But I guess it doesn't really matter. I kind of just do whatever I feel like, I suppose. That's the beauty of making videos, is you're in charge of your own fate. Oh, also, this is going to be a new experience for me in the sense that I've never done PvP, like in any form. When I was playing this before, I was on my Xbox that, like at my dad's house, that doesn't have internet. We don't have Xbox Live. Also, I bought an old version of the disc, and I wasn't connected to the internet at all, so I wasn't able to update it all. So it was like the very first version of the game, where you could like get the wood grain ring, and it would let you do ninja flips. Whoa, 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 whoa. It would let you do ninja flips at like, you know, 50% equip load or whatever, so things are just a lot different. Also, bosses didn't give you like hardly any souls when you beat them. Like I would like not know where I was going or what I was doing, so I'd look up a guide for how to get to a boss, and then be like, and when you beat the boss, it'll give you like 50,000 souls, and I beat the boss by like 3,000 souls. I was like, kind of feels like a scam, don't you think? So this is going to be... Oh, also it's permanently dark... what is it? Dark Wraithed? Or something? The one where you get, like, really hard red enemies in your world? I had those all the time. So, yeah, this is going to be a little bit different than what I'm used to. I have done PvP once. Not, like, sat down and did PvP like I got invaded one time in my entire life. So if that happens, I'm going to be playing this whole thing online, so that can happen. I'm probably not going to summon people, at least for the first, like, NG+1. I might later, just for the experience, but I really enjoy the boss fights, and I kind of feel like anytime I'd summon people, they'd just be, like, way better equipped than me, and just crush the boss, and I'd be like, well, I was glad I was able to watch that. Kind of wish I could have played that, and they'd be like, nah, just stop sucking so much all the time. Like, okay. So, anyways, I think that's kind of going to be my approach to this game. So we'll see how it goes. Pyromancy, and then who knows what. I'm just, also I don't know. On the other game that I have just kind of been tiddling around with, I was using Pyromancy as well, and I got a longsword, and then eventually the lightning spear, and I've been using those two weapons, and they seem to be pretty awesome. I like them a lot, just because they're, like, pretty powerful and also fast. Just have, like, a lot of versatility. But I don't know if those are, like, incredibly boring to watch. I have seen Dark Souls 3 played through, and, like, a lot of the times people just stick with the very starting broadsword, and they just use a broadsword for the entire game, because it's really powerful, really fast, it's got a good moveset, like all the things. But there's so many cool weapons in that game, and I feel like there's probably at least some cool weapons in this game, well, especially with the DLC. And I think I would like to be able to play through all the series of the Dark Souls games, except for Demon Souls, and Bloodborne, because I have a PS4. And I would kind of like to try to use, like, some sort of cool special move having weapons. Like, the only ones I can think of in this game would be, like, the Demon King's, or the Dragon King's Great Axe, or, like, the Obsidian Greatsword or something like that, where they actually kind of have a special move. They started adding a lot of special moves in Dark Souls 3 with, like, you know, the Twin Prince's Greatswords and, like, the Lightning Spear and all this stuff. Like, those are super cool. I'm not sure if there's sort of an equivalent in this game of a weapon that people think is really cool and fun, other than maybe the Zweihander. But for now, let's go ahead and do a little bit of dex and some strength. And we can do one more, maybe some endurance. I've mostly been using light armor.
Well, what let me get? But there's no... there are ones up. Bring them both.
I've been using light armor just because I haven't been putting that many points into endurance, and I like fast rolling. The first couple times, let's see, I played the game once and got to Blighttown and then rage quit. Surprise, surprise. It's probably a sentence a lot of people have said before. And then the next time through, I like sat down and forced myself to do it. But I think in both of those I was fat rolling, and then I was playing through with my friend Ryan, and I kind of was like, so you're probably going to want to equip this cool armor, but then you'll be fat rolling, or I was at least min rolling. But maybe we should just keep it light so we can do this. And that's what I've been trying to do lately, is just keep that nice and delicious quick roll. But that also means you get slapped around like nobody's business. It also means rush the freaking ceaseless discharge and get gold ham to set, and then never use anything else again and be really boring. But whatever. It had to be done. I recognize that this is like everybody's first mistake, but I kind of want to get the binoculars, which I don't even know if I should be worried about. Like, I don't really know how that helps me, so whatever. Let's just see if we can make our way through here. I've never done... Oh, jeez. Oh, my lord. Anything crazy in this game. I've never done, like, challenge runs or, like, lots of sequence breaking. I don't think I've ever played through with the master key, even. So it's not like I'm, like, right now, like, oh, let's go fight Pinwheel or something. It's not really the goal. I don't really know why I'm coming down here, actually. I kind of just wanted to collect all the shinies. First time I played this game, I definitely came over here not knowing what was going on, thinking that maybe this was the way to go, and definitely got just brutally murdered. Let's see if I can grab this and I'll get out. Who needs binoculars anyways? That might be enough for a level. Oh my gosh, freaking cartwheel maniacs. Yeah, so if anybody happens to watch this before I start putting up more videos for it, and you have an idea of like a fun weapon to use, like something with a little bit of flair, you know what I'm saying? Not just a, you know, a freaking longsword has a very regular, normal weapon moveset. Like, oh yeah, he's swinging that like it's a sword. And if there's something a little bit video gamey, definitely go ahead and let me know about it, because I'd probably like to check it out. That's kind of why I'm doing the pyromancy, is like for a little bit of excitement. Like, I've never really used that many pyromancies other than like, ooh, fireball. Thank you, friend. Oh, friend! Yeah, but like getting stuff like Chaos Firestorm, or just like messing around and seeing what's out there would be really fun. Oh my goodness. What is happening? Yeah, this playthrough is kind of just more for me to explore Dark Souls, because the way I played it before, I didn't have the DLC. It was unupdated. There was no online play. I mean, there's not a ton of people active Dark Souls 1 anymore. Or definitely not like it had been for a while. But there's still a lot of stuff for me to see and explore and find out, and that's kind of why I would want to do like a through NG+7, is just to really try to like figure out what are the cool weapons in this game. I mean, I know about like the Dragon Greatsword. I think that's probably like is the coolest weapon I know about. So if you're like, oh, Dragon Greatsword ain't nothing, you should look into X, Y, and Z, I would definitely love to look into all three of those. And yeah, again, I beat the game twice, and then once with a friend, so I'm not really an expert by any means at all. But I think it's really fun, and I would like to do some challenge runs or something, maybe like a Soul Level 1, or I don't know if there's like another good like beginner level challenge run or anything. But kind of like to look into doing that. If people are interested in seeing some Dark Souls content that's already been done before and watching me do it slightly worse, then hey, that's what I'm all about. This definitely seems like something I could get into a lot. And this is going to be like, I'm going to be pretty thorough, I think, for the most part, like exploring all the stuff I know about. I would love to do all bosses, because it's my favorite part of video games is boss fights, so why on earth would I actively avoid the best? What is happening with my shield right now? I was trying to use it like 3 times, and it's just like, no, I don't really think you mean that. You don't seem so genuine. Like, no, I really meant it, shield. Please, please, help, help. You're a piece of wood. Just do the only thing you're designed for. Whoop. Outsmarted again. But yeah, this is going to be definitely a slow playthrough where I run around and get, oh look, some rubbish. I genuinely didn't know that was there. Or I didn't know that, like, that's what that was. Like, I'm not so good that I have all the item placements memorized and all that stuff. Just a nice, relaxed, let's all go back to the good old days when we didn't know what we were doing type situation. Because I don't really know what I'm doing, so it's going to be pretty convincing when it looks like I have no idea what's going on. Because, you know, that's just the way it is. I'm so sorry. Don't. That's what you get for being a fool. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna fool over here. I was gonna say fool around with your friend, but then I caught myself and didn't. But then I ratted myself out by going through with saying it anyway. So, looks like I'm not only not interesting or clever or funny, but I'm also not getting away with being not creepy. So, it's just pentuple whammy, perhaps. No! Well, the consequences were non-existent. Except for my pride. Oh! And I heard you smash down the wall. Don't even give me that sass. Well. Don't drink. Don't you? Ha ha ha. And let's go get a shield that's probably just as bad as this one, but hey, it looks better. And word on the street is that's what this game's all about. I wonder what the stats are by comparison. It's better! Wait, no, it's worse. It's actually worse? No, it's better. Okay, except for magic. Alright, see? I don't even know how to read the stats, so that's pretty good. Alright, well, I guess we just have bumped up against the 20-minute mark and have to pee so bad. So these videos might be longer in the future because doing NG plus 7 all the way through on 20-minute videos each time is going to take, 3,000 videos. But anyways, 20 minutes is the normal cutoff, and I have to pee so bad it doesn't matter. I'm cutting it off. Lord have mercy. I hope everyone enjoyed this little intro, and we'll see how things go. So, see you around, everyone.